Antarctica, the last uninhabited continent on the planet, emerges as a true realm of ice and mystery. With its harsh landscapes and relentless climate, this vast region has proven inhospitable for human colonization for centuries. Today, only scientists and explorers venture into these icy lands, and even then, for limited periods. However, what if we told you that there is evidence suggesting human presence in Antarctica dates back long before modern nations claimed this territory? Imagine for a moment that unknown and intriguing individuals managed to explore this territory before any documentation of such expeditions. In a revelation that challenged the scientific community and continues to provoke debates, human remains were found along the icy shores of Antarctica. These were not artifacts from a contemporary expedition, but rather the remnants of someone who lived during a time when Antarctica was still a mystery to the world. The history of Antarctica is deep, dating back millions of years, when its vast lands were vibrant and teeming with life. During the age of dinosaurs, this continent was a true paradise, adorned with lush forests, freshwater rivers, and a rich diversity of fauna. Fascinating creatures, including primitive amphibians and the ancestors of modern marsupials, roamed its green valleys and dense vegetation. However, as time passed and the emergence of humans occurred, Antarctica underwent a drastic transformation. As civilization spread across the planet, this continent became a frozen desert. The harsh climate and extreme temperatures, which can plummet to an astonishing -60 degrees Celsius, rendered Antarctica inhospitable. Now, its vast expanses of ice and snow challenge the survival of almost all forms of life, creating a desolate and hostile landscape. Legends about a great continent to the south, known as Terra Australis Incognita, have circulated for centuries, with sailors telling incredible stories of these unknown lands. It was only in 1820 that a confirmed sighting of the frozen coast was made, but there are indications that earlier encounters may have occurred. Polynesian oral traditions recount stories of a navigator named Hui Teaniora, who in the 7th century AD may have sailed through Antarctic waters, shrouded in fog and dark skies. His description of a place where rocks emerge from the sea and white cliffs align with Antarctic icebergs, suggesting that ancient peoples may have attempted to reach these icy lands. In a surprising turn of events, on January 7, 1985, Chilean scientist Daniel Torres Navarro, while exploring a remote section of Yamina Beach on Livingston Island in the Antarctic Peninsula, made a discovery that would change everything. While digging in the rocky sands, he unearthed a human skull, dating back between 1819 and 1825. This finding challenged all notions of human presence in Antarctica, as it reinforced the idea that this young woman had been there long before the continent's official exploration. The characteristics of the skull revealed that it belonged to a young woman, possibly of South American descent, as indicated by her bone structure. Referring to her as mestiza suggests a rich cultural blend, a character we can only imagine. However, what followed the discovery was even more intriguing. There were few available records, almost no photographs revealed to the public, and a team of researchers faced strict limitations regarding the documentation of human remains in Antarctica. Years later, on a new visit to Yamina Beach, Torres found another femur, suggesting that more remains of the same individual were scattered along the beach, the result of erosion and time. Scientific curiosity led to various investigations, but no additional evidence was found. The severe conditions of the Antarctic environment likely scattered any remaining remains, making the quest for new clues a challenging and daunting task. Different theories began to emerge regarding this woman and her possible past. Could she have been part of a seal hunting expedition in the 19th century? Or perhaps an indigenous person who accompanied European seal hunters attracted by the demand for pelts and oil? In this context, seal hunters were known to venture into increasingly remote waters, and the practice of leaving individuals behind during difficult expeditions was not uncommon. Another hypothesis suggests that she may have died aboard a ship, and as was common at the time, been buried at sea, with her body then carried by ocean currents to Yamina Beach. This discovery raises profound questions about what we knew regarding the history of human exploration in Antarctica. Could there have been other undocumented visits and expeditions to the continent long before the 19th century? And what about the indigenous peoples of South America? Could they have reached Antarctica in small, undocumented expeditions motivated by seasonal hunting or exile? The most haunting question remains: who was this woman? What was her name? Her fate remains shrouded in mystery. As the ice of Antarctica begins to melt, new opportunities for archaeological discoveries may arise from the thawing permafrost. What else might be waiting to be unearthed beneath the continent's layers of ice? This young woman symbolizes a broader and more complex narrative of human presence on Earth, transcending the boundaries of what we know. The story of the Antarctic woman invites us to reconsider our perspective on exploration and human journeys. Each new discovery can reveal not only the remnants of a distant past, but also forge new connections between cultures and continents. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Until next time.